The Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution reads, "The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated." That amendment was written in 1791 to protect Americans from government overreach. But today, corporations collect information about you that the government would need a court order to access. And this weekend, while you're out celebrating American freedom, most people will hand that information over without thinking twice. This is the July 4th Privacy Checklist. 8 specific things to check before the weekend, part of the Cyber Safety 101 series. Let's get into it. The most common thing people do before a holiday weekend is post about it. Heading to the lake for the 4th. Out of town all weekend, happy 4th everyone. Taking the kids to see fireworks Friday through Sunday. Every one of those posts is a public announcement that your home is empty for a specific window of time. The Department of Justice reports that homes left obviously unoccupied are 2.5 times more likely to be targeted for burglary. You are not just sharing excitement, you are sharing a schedule. What to do? If you are traveling this weekend, do not post about it until you are home. Share the photos after the fact. The fireworks will look just as good on Monday. When you take a photo at a fireworks event and post it, you may be sharing more than the image. Photos taken on a smartphone carry hidden information called EXIF data. Depending on your settings, that data includes the GPS coordinates of exactly where the photo was taken, the exact time, your device model, and in some cases, the direction you were facing. Most major social media platforms strip this data when you upload, but not all of them do. And apps like WhatsApp preserve the full EXIF data by default when you send photos directly. Here are a few settings to change. On your iPhone, go to Settings, tap Privacy and Security, then tap Location Services. From there, scroll down to Camera and set it to Never. On Android, open the Camera app, go to Settings, and turn off location tags. Takes 30 seconds. Do it now before the weekend. If your group is splitting the cost of fireworks, food, gas, or an Airbnb this weekend, someone is going to send a Venmo request. By default, Venmo transactions are public. That means anyone can open the app and see your name, your friend's name, and the note attached to the payment. Notes like Lake House or July 4th Cabin confirm your travel plans. Here is what to do. Open your Venmo app. Go to Settings, then tap on Privacy and change your default transaction setting to Private. This takes one tap and applies to all future transactions. Do the same in Cash App under Privacy in your profile settings. Take control of who sees your spending habits. Outdoor events, parks, and fairgrounds often have free Wi-Fi available. Some of it is from the venue, some of it is not. A documented tactic at crowded public events is called an evil twin attack, where someone sets up a hotspot with a convincing name like City Fireworks _free. When you connect, all the data moving through your phone passes through their device first. This is documented by CISA. Here is what you should do. Turn Wi-Fi off on your phone before you go to any outdoor event this weekend. Use your mobile data instead. Your mobile data plan exists for exactly this situation. If you must connect to a public network, use a VPN. It creates an encrypted tunnel for your data, keeping you safe from those evil twin hotspots. Or always use a password-protected public Wi-Fi if you must use it. Before this weekend, millions of people will open a weather app to check the forecast. Almost nobody thinks about what happens to that location data afterward. Many free weather apps sell precise location data. According to FTC research and the Senate Data Broker report from February 2026, the forecast you checked once became a logged data point tied to your device and GPS coordinates. Here is what you should do. Check which apps have location access right now. On your iPhone, go to Settings, then Privacy and Security, then Location Services. Set it to Approximate. On your Android, go to Settings, then Location, then App Permissions. Any app that does not need your precise location should be set to Approximate or off entirely. Weather apps work perfectly on Approximate location. 4th of July weekend is one of the most photographed days of the year. Group photos at cookouts, candid shots at the parade, kids with sparklers. Most end up on Facebook, Instagram, or Google Photos. Here is what most people do not know. Meta currently uses facial recognition on your profile photos to detect scam ads that misuse your image. The setting is on by default once you engage with it. Here is what you should do. On Facebook and Instagram, go to Account Center, then your information and permissions, then facial recognition technology, and review your setting. Turn it off if you value your biometric privacy. Before posting group photos of other people's children this weekend, consider whether their parents have given consent for those images to appear in a public post. Respect others' digital boundaries. Many people turn on location sharing in apps like Find My, Google Maps, Snapchat, or Life360 for the weekend so their group can find each other at crowded events. That is a reasonable thing to do. The problem is that most people forget to turn it off afterward. Location sharing that was temporary becomes permanent, and the person you shared it with now has continuous access weeks later. Here is what you can do. After this weekend, go through every app that has real-time location sharing enabled. On iPhone, go to Find My, then Share My Location, and review who has access. On Snapchat, open the map and check who can see your location. On Life360, review your circle members and their access level. Revoke anything you did not intend to make permanent. If you are traveling this weekend and you have a smart doorbell, a smart camera, or a smart lock, those devices are actively logging activity and reporting it back to servers while you are gone. Every time you check your Ring app from a different city, that app logs the time, your current location, and your device. The company now knows you were not home, where you traveled to, and when you checked in. Here is what you should do. Before you leave, review the privacy settings on each smart home app you have. Turn off features you do not need, and when you get home, check the activity logs to understand what was recorded. Here is the thing about the Fourth Amendment. It was not written because the founders assumed the government would always do the right thing. It was written because they understood that power without limits tends to expand. The same principle applies to the data corporations collect about you. Not because every company is malicious, but because data collected without limits tends to be used in ways you did not anticipate. You have the right to be secure in your person and your effects. This weekend, exercise it. If this was useful, subscribe. I cover exactly this kind of thing every week. Specific, practical, no panic. And share this one before Friday. The person you send it to might thank you for it later. Happy 4th. Enjoy and be safe. See you in the next one.